Hello, this is Azan Reports Football, and this is my reaction towards Portugal 1, DR Congo 1, England 4, Croatia 2, Ghana 1, Panama 0, and Uzbekistan 1, Colombia 3. So let's begin. So starting off with Portugal 1, DR Congo 1, it was a brilliant defensive display by DR Congo, where they were very effective, and they got their goal from Yohan Wissa, to make it 1-1, from a nice header, from a corner, and yeah, and it also was a really good header from João Neves for Portugal. And yeah, uh, for me, the Congo should be proud of themselves. They contained Portugal very well, um, and got a deserved point. And and yeah, and I thought regarding my prediction, I thought it was going to be a 2-0 win for Portugal, but I didn't think that the Congo would get destroyed. But they proved me an extra step further by showing that they didn't get destroyed and they also could get a result against Portugal. So fair play to DR Congo. And then regarding Portugal, um, I'm not a Ronaldo hater, but like I'm not into the whole Messi Ronaldo debate or whatever. But he's very limited. He's at his age, he's very limited, and he's holding back this Portugal team. Even though I do think Portugal's very overrated. The shots that he missed in the box were like very easy for his standard. That was very poor from him to miss. Um, and other than that, he wasn't really much into the game. And the DR Congo defense could have was able to contain him. But it wasn't just him. Pedro Neto is a horrible player on the left wing, and Leao also came on and he was also bad. So this Portugal team for me is very overrated, and to be honest with you, and especially having Roberto Martinez as your manager is like the you know the like to finish it off basically, like it's like the final piece of the puzzle basically, like but in the bad way. So yeah, um but yeah, all the credit should be towards Congo, DR Congo. All these major upsets are happening in this World Cup, just like this game and the Spain, Cape Verde game and so on. So it's been really amazing this tournament so far for the underdogs. And yeah, next is England 4, Croatia 2. It was a really fun game in the first half, against between these both sides, where Modric conceded a penalty by fouling Madueke in the corner after trying to clear the ball away from the corner kick, and then Kane made it 1-0 through the penalty. However, Croatia made it 1-1 through a brilliant strike from Baturina, who was a very good young player for Croatia and who plays for Como. But England made it 2-1 against Croatia, um, by a header from Kane in the corner. But it was horrible defending from Croatia because no one was marking Harry Kane. Like for me, like how can you not mark Harry Kane? That's honestly insane. But lucky enough for Croatia at the end of the first half, they made it 2-2 by a nice team goal, especially from a smart play from Perisic, who headed the ball um back towards Peter Musa, who nicely finished it to make it 2-2 before the first half ended. And yeah. However, the second half was a total England domination. Bellingham was through on goal, he made it 3-2. And then finally Kane made it Rashford made it 4-2. Um to end the game basically. And yeah, second half England was totally dominant. Perfect display for them in the second half. And yeah. Um, so basically, this was the game where it was who either wins will get first place in this group because both teams will most likely be Ghana and Panama. So it was just a shootout who gets first place, and So this game basically secures England first getting first place in this group, since they're gonna most likely beat Ghana and Panama. Regarding Croatia, the defending was awful, allowing Bellingham to be through on goal like that. It's horrible. Them defending corners was horrible as well. But I do still think they'll be able to beat Ghana and Panama. And yeah. And then regarding England, this was especially with the second half performance, they should be happy about. Maybe defensively they might be shaky, but once they meet a better team in the knockout stages. But attacking wise, they were really strong, especially having Kane and Bellingham. Um, and yeah. Next is Ghana 1, Panama 0. This was an eyesore of a game. Not because of Panama, but not because of Ghana, where under Carlos Queiroz, you know, like, he wants his team to defend and defend and defend. But he got the result that they needed, which was a 1-0 win, very late on in the game from a winner, Urenki, who plays for North Island, I believe, in Denmark. He's a very good young player. And he got the winner for Ghana. And Panama, again, they like to keep the ball under Thomas Christensen, but they don't really have the quality to break down Ghana like that. So I thought Panama was gonna win because usually Ghana underperforms, and I also don't like Ghana because they always made the United States struggle in past World Cups. So maybe my bias came out. Maybe I should have predicted like a 0-0 draw in my video. But Ghana was effective, very effective, and they got the winner, which they deserve, to be honest. So yeah. Finally, Uzbekistan won, Colombia 3. It was a really fun game to watch. Uzbekistan gave a really good effort. Their young player, Fazi Luyev, made it 1-1. Right, but however, Colombia's quality just shown. Um, you know, Colombia I believe, what made it 1-0 through Munoz, and then Faizullov made it 1-1 for Uzbekistan, and then I believe DS made it 2-1 at the end, at the very end of the game. Cucho Hernandez, really hard work off the ball, and then he put in a brilliant cross towards the goal scorer for Colombia to make it 3-1. And yeah, it was a really fun end to end game in my opinion. Uzbekistan had many chances, so I don't think they should be ashamed of themselves. And but due to Colombia's quality, which I predicted the result nailed on, a 3-1 win for Colombia. Their quality just shone, even though they had some moments of struggle defensively. Their quality just shone in this game. But it was a really fun game overall, though. So basically, Colombia should be happy since Portugal dropped points against Congo, so that might set themselves up for getting first place in this group, in Group K. But we'll see what happens between Portugal and Colombia. But yeah, Colombia should be happy themselves that Portugal dropped points, and makes it easier for them to get first place. And yeah. So hopefully you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and this is all for my match day 1 reactions for this 2026 FIFA World Cup. Thank you.